Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. Hope you guys are well. Hope you're having a good weekend. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. Price action just drifting up from our nice little dump yesterday. As you can see, we're sort of flagging out on this move here. So we're getting to the point where are we going to come back down and have a proper test of this 14k area, or are we going to start to put in some bullish action and try and consolidate under this midpoint again, and try and retake actually the bottom of trend line? We'll actually extend this here, the bottom part of this this level that we actually broke down from. Straighten up a little bit. Obviously you guys probably can guess what I am about to say. It is going to depend on how the major markets react to the open on the futures, and then obviously the currency markets later this evening. This is our best gauge at the moment, weekend Wall Street, which is basically showing us slightly up. So that is good, because I was expecting to kind of see some negative value in weekend Wall Street, just purely on the basis we had this move down. Is this foretelling a buy the rumor, sell the fact? Basically Biden being confirmed as president move, but it isn't being reflected in stocks. So this is probably just a Bitcoin overextended move. Stocks are still going to carry on upwards and onwards. The dollar's still going to carry on down, and Bitcoin is then just going to bounce here and carry on up. That's my initial view. I will caveat that with the fact that I don't really trust weekend Wall Street that much. You are best off just waiting until this evening and the actual futures open, and then see where they are actually trading when the S&P E-mini futures contracts are trading. Weekend Wall Street is kind of a gauge for me. If you see like more than say a 2% move in either direction, then you can kind of guess that some bad or good news has come out over the weekend, and it's probably going to affect the markets at the open. But don't forget, that's when the jawboning starts at the open, not necessarily the open of the futures, but the open of the cash market. So you can often see moves reversed when obviously the market manipulators come in and decide to manipulate the markets with their words. Bitcoin dominance, we'll have a look at that, because that obviously is moving at the moment. Let's just zoom out of this whole massive zoom out that we had. You can see we had 4 hour 9 holding up price sideways to upwards, and if we can basically come back down, we've got a short-term level here, obviously, that we can take out to then get more continuation downwards, and then we've obviously got to take out this level and move down. But this is kind of what I'm looking at for this to start to go bearish, is to trade sideways to down a bit, break some of these levels, back test these levels, come back down, and then we may be in a confirmed downtrend. We are obviously getting closer to a confirmed downtrend in this. I think the first real step towards it, obviously this pullback is a real step towards it, but I guess the second real step towards it will be breaking back below this low after this little bounce, and providing that is what happens, and obviously we don't just keep going up, but break below this and then obviously get some continuation down to the next level, then it will start to be looking more like a reversal and a top here, and then we clearly would definitely have fully and formally lost and rejected this trend line. This was very aggressive trend line that we've got going up. So that's what I'm looking at for the altcoin attention. But that's probably all we've really got to do, apart from obviously look through the stochastics. This is the textbook, looking for like this 4 hour to move back up to then indicate more upward price action, as you can see. But we actually are getting medium time frame, like the 10 hour is coming down quite nicely here, although it is starting to ease off a little bit. But 12 hour turn back down and looking to enter the purple zone, and like I said, this is a pretty aggressive trend line. Maybe we get one more bounce off it, but I mean, you'd have to you'd have to assume that it's more likely we would break it. Daily as well, looking like it wants to try and come down, but it's still holding up there at the time being. But my point is, obviously 10-hour, 12-hour daily not looking as good, obviously not looking nothing like as good as they were when we were basically like, say, we were here in the 12-hour moving upwards. 2-day also looking toppy, 3-day looking toppy, and then obviously above that they're looking fine, they're looking great, obviously above that, but yeah, so are we looking at some are we looking at a pullback at least to around the 14k, based around here a bit, let those medium time frame stochastics reset, and then then we can have another look at another inspection of this 16k level. Seems to be a logical solution. Obviously massive dollar rally, massive stock market sell-off would probably have enough juice in it to blast us through 14k. In which case, obviously 13k would be probably the next catch point, or just anywhere in this region we could then probably get bought back up, keep testing the 14k resistance. And then break through and get back into this zone. I do think Bitcoin is looking good. Even in the face of when the dollar was rising, the stock market was trading sideways to down, Bitcoin obviously did have this move. So Bitcoin, remember, stock markets are very high. Gold and silver markets are very high. Bitcoin is not even at its late 2017 high. So just something to be aware of, those relative values over time. But yeah, that is it. So just all eyes, realistically, all eyes on the open of the futures and currency markets this evening. I think that will dictate where we do go. If they are positive, I think we'll just drift our way back up towards the 16k and probably just trade under 16k for a bit, decide if we are then going to have the momentum to break through, see what actual stock markets and dollar does, because if they are further helping our cause, then we've got the momentum to break through. But you guys know my view realistically, trading between roughly 14 and 17.5k, 14, 18k, with this mid-range, probably just keeping us within these ranges. So that is what I think would happen. Obviously, any crazy moves aside, I think that will be the name of the game, probably into early next year. So that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Thank you for listening, and I will speak to you guys later on today.